In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use a webhook as a Webflow Zapier trigger fallback. Start by opening Zapier in your browser. Once you're on the Zapier dashboard, go to the top left sidebar and click Create. A small drop-down will open. From that list, click Zaps. That opens a new empty Zap canvas. In the middle of the canvas, click the trigger card to begin setting up the first step. Now you need to choose the trigger app. In the search field, type Webhooks. As the search results appear, click Webhooks by Zapier. After that, move to the Trigger Event dropdown and select Catch Hook. This tells Zapier to wait for incoming data from an external source. Click Continue. On the next screen, leave the Pick Off a Child Key field blank. Do not enter anything there. Click Continue again. You'll now land on the test panel for this webhook trigger. On this screen, Zapier generates a custom webhook URL for you. Find the copy button next to that URL and click it to copy the webhook address. Keep this Zapier tab open, because you'll come back here after sending a test submission from Webflow. Next, open a new browser tab and go to webflow.com/dashboard. When the dashboard loads, find the project you want to use and hover over it. On the top right corner of that project card, click the gear icon to open the site settings. Inside Site Settings, look at the left sidebar and click Apps and Integrations. On this page, scroll all the way down until you reach the Webhook section. In that section, click Add Webhook. A webhook setup form will appear. Open the Trigger Type dropdown and select Form Submission. Then click into the Webhook URL field. Paste the catch hook URL that you copied from Zapier. This is the address Webflow will send form submission data to. Once the URL is in place, click Add Webhook to save it. After saving, Webflow will show a secret key. Copy that secret key and paste it somewhere safe. Then close the secret key pop-up. Back in the Webhook section, you should now see a new row showing the trigger type as form submission and the Zapier hooks URL as the destination. Now you need to send a real test submission from your Webflow site so Zapier can capture it. Scroll back to the top of the Webflow settings page. In the top right corner, click Publish. A Publish panel will open. Select your staging domain. Then click Publish to selected domains. Wait for the site to finish publishing. Once that completes, open your published site in a new tab by clicking the arrow. On the live site, find the form you want to test. Click into the name field and enter a name. Then click into the email field and enter your email address. After both fields are filled in, click Submit. Watch the form and confirm that it shows its success message. That confirms the form submission went through and the webhook should have been sent to Zapier. Now switch back to the Zapier tab. In the Trigger step, click Test Trigger. Zapier will start checking for a recent request sent to that webhook URL. Wait a few seconds while it pulls in the submission. When a record appears, confirm that Zapier has captured the form data and that you can see the fields listed in a result. Click the record to expand it. This lets you verify the payload that came through from Webflow. Check that the submitted values are present in the captured request, including the name and email fields from the form submission. At this point, the connection has been confirmed and the webhook trigger is working. If this helped, hit like and subscribe for more quick tutorials. The result here is that Zapier now shows a captured request from your Webflow form, which proves the Webflow to Zapier path is working through the Webflow webhook instead of the native Webflow trigger. Anytime that form is submitted, the Zap will fire.